Luton Airport has confirmed work to dismantle a multi-storey car park that caught fire in October is now underway. The blaze is believed to have started in a diesel car before spreading rapidly to dozens of others. The work is expected to take around 16 weeks.
Let us run you through the front pages for the first time then this Thursday. The FT leads with what it calls the terrorist act in Iran, killing around 100 people. The bombing took place at a ceremony to mark the death of a military commander. According to The Times, 12 countries, including the UK, have told the Iranian-backed Houthi rebels in Yemen to stop their attacks in the Red Sea. The Guardian writes about growing pressure on the Prime Minister as junior doctors warn they could stage more walkouts in England. Dart breaker is how the Mirror describes Luke Littler's loss in the Darts World Championship final. The Telegraph carries condemnation by Boris Johnson of a Met Police investigation into Israel over alleged war crimes in Gaza. Hank's Heroes is what the Metro has to say, reporting on a man and his pregnant partner who saved a mother and her 3-year-old daughter as their car was swept away by floodwater in Birmingham. The Daily Mail reports on what it says is a mortgage price war, adding that failing loan costs could deliver a boost to Tory poll ratings. And the Eye has an exclusive on how some of Britain's top diplomats believe a Trump re-election could be a threat to the UK. And the Express there looks at Esther Branston's plea to support the helpline for lonely older people as she battles stage 4 lung cancer. Now, should you want to see any of those front pages again or read the stories, then do scan the QR code on your screen.
Let's have a look at the papers for you this morning. Some of the front pages. The Guardian leads on comments from Junior Doctors Union, the BMA, warning that there could be more strikes action ahead. The paper says that leaves Rishi Sunak facing fresh pressure over his pledge to reduce NHS waiting times.
The Times is focusing on a warning from 12 countries, including the UK, telling Houthi rebels in Yemen to halt attacks on shipping in the Red Sea. The group's carried out more than 20 such raids on commercial vessels since November. The Metro's leading on Hank's Heroes. This follows, of course, Storm Hank. The paper reports on a couple which saved a mother and her child as their car was being swept away by the water in Birmingham.
And it's a household checklist with a difference, counting everyone who lives in your house, like a stock take, really, at London Zoo. It's a week-long undertaking requiring them to tally up every creature that's living there, including the Humboldt penguins. You can see there, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nicely lined up for the count.
Well, I think they were lining up for the fish, to be completely honest. Maybe. Galapagos tortoises. Easier to count, easier to keep track of, I think. This is Priscilla
and nicely lined up for the count.
Yeah. The information from the count is used to help worldwide conservation breeding programmes for endangered animals. What are these, Charlie?
Oh, well, look at that. It's rather magnificent, isn't it? This is the Seychelles giant millipede.
Nicely lined up on the fingers.
Yes. We'll find out the numbers. It's a week-long count. They do it every year, don't they? So we'll find out the numbers. Fascinating, isn't it?
Seen anything on the insides?
Well, just there's a report about things you do in your household that wastes power, basically. Overfilling your kettle, for example, for a cup of tea, wastes £40 a year. Which is a lot of money. It's a lot of money. Overfilling kettles...
Don't you think, though, with kettles, depending on where you live, if you have limescale and there's limescale in the kettle, you want to avoid the limescale. So I do overfill a little. OK, so I'll take you through this. Overfilling kettles, £40. This is per annum. Boiling water in a saucepan without using the lid, £33 on the average bill. Using more water than necessary, adding £17 a year. And not putting your dishwasher on the correct setting. So you can have it super hot, or you can have it a little less hot. Another £10 a year. That adds up, doesn't it? Really does add up. Are you guilty of any of those?
I think I am.
Which one?
I think I am.
Which one?
Probably all of them, actually. Probably all of them.
OK. Well, looking at your dishwasher settings won't take long to readjust. I know the answer to this already. Do you play computer games?
No. No, I don't.
That's got everyone tittering around the studio.
I don't.
Have you ever?
Is that a problem? I don't.
No, it's not a problem. Have you ever Did you ever play Tetris? Do you know what Tetris is?
No.
So Tetris is this computer game. It's fabulous, right? It's 40 years old.
What do you mean, how can I not know?
This is the director.
The
How
people
can you
are
not
talking.
know?
How can he not know what?
Shall I explain what Tetris is? Tetris is a game, right, where you have different shaped blocks. I haven't started yet and you're already huffing. You have different shaped blocks and they fall down and you have to make them fit into a line and then the line vanishes. And they keep dropping and you have to kind of keep going to get rid of the blocks.
For what purpose?
Well, it's using your brain and hand-eye coordination and all of that. It's just exercising the brain.
Okay.
And it's fun. OK,
Sounds
fun. Fun's a
great.
thing. So, for almost 40 years...
When can I play?
Oh, I'll tell you. For more than 40 years, people have been playing this. And it's almost a bit mythical as to how many levels there were in Tetris, right? There are 157 levels in Tetris, right? And for years, it's never been reached. And a 13-year-old gamer, whose name is Willis Gibson, beat Tetris. And when it got to the 157th level, it just crashed. That's what happens.
Oh.
And it took him 38 minutes. He's now got the record for Tetris. 40 years. It's a massive achievement.
How is he so good?
He used to practice 3 to 5 hours a day. He's played in tournaments. He started playing when he was 11. He reached the semi-finals of the Classic Tetris World Championships, which are streamed online. He's done all of this. When he won, he said, yes, he thought he was going to pass out. He couldn't feel his fingers, couldn't feel his hands. High-fived his mum, and he wants to... Now there's going to be loads of people trying to beat the record. But
that's very impressive.
If you're a gamer and you like Tetris, which is an old-fashioned kind of game, it's great news, great achievement. Well done, Willis.